engineer, sorry. Good afternoon. I'm going to present the S3D engineer. We are a consulting, specialized in renewable energy, biomethane, and nitrogen from residues and biomass. We have many years of experience. We are in France, and we belong to a Caron as a group that has employs 100 people. You know, the main technology we use is methanization and gasification. I want to talk to you about a project in Mexico financed by the French government funding, because we do have a mechanism in France by which the economy ministry finance feasibility projects in other countries to promote a sustainable development. And of course, you know, we have innovation projects in which France, gather, experience to experience. And this study, the development of this project was made in favor of the environmental secretariat, and different companies were involved in this development, interested in the development of this in Mexico's. Some context for you. Mexico, Nuevo León is a state located at the northeast of the country. It's one of the strongest region of Mexico, very industrial, and it's very connected, close to Texas, with the third GDP, the biggest, third largest GDP of Mexico. But is a big gas producer, so there is a natural gas demand, and also for biomethane. Even though this is a oil producer country, depends on imports and gas coming from the United States. 60% of the gas comes from the United States. The good thing is the gas pipes or grid, is well developed compared to other Latin American countries and connected to the United States. When it comes to waste residues, which is also interesting for us for biomethanization projects, it is is a good potential there, especially when it comes to the agro-industrial waste and slaughterhouse waste. And also, another challenge is that there is no RSU classification, neither even packaging classification, RSU. When it comes to gas valorization, the gas grid is diffused, of interesting capillarity throughout the country, and Naturgy, basically it's Naturgy, the distributor, and then there is a transportation system managed by Senagas, and also private gas grids coming from Texas. When it comes to injection, the required characteristics for natural gas are quite low compared to France and Spain. The natural gas coming from Mexico has a low content of CH4, but in terms of regulation, they're still, actually drafting the regulation. Right now, it's not allowed, but they're working on it. And they told us that before the end of the year, the regulation will be published and approved. Regarding the data state valorization, we will talk about it later, but this is a project in an area where there is a waste potential, but also it's close to farming plots, and 90% of the state population live in the Monterrey city. So the potential, urban potential is located there. So we look into the farming local, regions. There's a compost plant there. When it comes to regulation, this is now well mature because there are only a few plants, and this regulation is applied to the water treatment plant sludges or sewage sludges. And the state potential is highly concentrated in Monterrey, and so it is made of course, Caroline excrement and straw. The agro-industrial potential is concentrated on Monterrey towns, municipalities, and do you want?
If we add all the potential, and we are talking about a figure that is quite conservative, talking about the accessible potential, we're talking about 13,000 cubic nanometer, that it's about from 15 to 20 plants that we could do in the state by taking into account that many of them are concentrated in Monterrey City. This project, we went to the substrates that are available right now, this industrial waste. And this project is going to be evolving because it's going to have a progressive integration of the urban waste with the fraction of MSW and the mechanical separation of some projects depending on the state's projects of mechanization. We will go from 500 cubic meters to 1,000, more or less, and this project is going to be evolving together with this investment that is going to be done through across time. Talking about implementation, it was quite complicated to find a place because there was a lot of pressure about housing, and it was very complicated. This is close to Monterrey City, and we chose, the real estate. I was still saying that was the problem. And then we talked to a water treatment plant that they are creating biogas, but they're not using the biogas, they are burning it. There was a cogeneration plant before, but now it's not working anymore. So this is a very important place and interesting because we could use some of their structures and facilities to value their biogas and to integrate that into our plant of from the water treatment plant. We could also use the sludges from the digested, and this place was chosen because it was also close to a biogas resource and also close to the gas grid and industrial consumers. So this was enough space there for us as well. Regarding the legislation of this project, it's integrating a lot of companies, and Veolia especially was very interested in the investment of this plant and the operation. So the idea is to create a private association in public, together with the management and the municipal manager, to keep a fraction for the FORSU and waters and drainage that is managing the wastewater treatment. And for that, we can give a service of biogas with the upgrading of biomethane. With the CO2, we have a stakeholder very interested. That is, there's the name, Air Liquid, and the grid will be in the Naturgy grid. We have also identified a final end consumer, Heineken. It has plants in Monterrey and is looking for the decarbonization of their production. And also the digestate management has already planned for the management of that organic waste with the gap. Regarding the actual context of 20,000 millions, this is very simple. Talking about the methanation and digestate mechanism is just a separate of phases, but it needs a pre-treatment of the FORSU. So the OFMSW, so it's not going to be affected. That's all. If you have any questions, We are here in the hall, and here you have my contact data. Thank you so much. Contact info.